My name is Vincent, and I've always held the belief that love cannot survive without trust. Without it, what people call love feels more like an illusion, something beautiful on the surface but hollow at the core. That belief was tested in the hardest way when I learned that the woman I planned to marry, Casey, had been seeing someone else. What I thought was a secure future collapsed in an instant, and I want to share how it all unfolded. Casey and I met years ago at a friend's housewarming. What began as a simple conversation turned into hours of connection, and before the night ended, we exchanged numbers. At first, we kept things casual, coffee here and there, short lunches when we could fit them in. But soon enough, those casual meetups grew into dinners, long weekends, and late-night talks that stretched until dawn. Eventually, we made it official, and for years our relationship grew steadily. By the time we got engaged, she was practically living at my place on the weekends. It felt natural, as though we were already building a life together. One thing I admired about Casey was her openness. From early on, she spoke freely about her past, family struggles, and even mistakes she'd made. She often talked about a childhood friend she considered like a brother, and I never once doubted her. Why would I? She had given me no reason to question her loyalty. When she said yes to my proposal, I believed we were starting something solid. We were making wedding plans, discussing houses, and even imagining what our honeymoon would be like. I was investing everything, my time, my heart, even my finances, because I wanted to create the best life possible for us. I thought we were completely in sync. Then came the night that changed everything. It was a regular Friday evening. She arrived with her weekend bag, we ate dinner together, and she casually mentioned that she'd need to leave early the next day to visit her parents. I didn't pry. I'd always respected her boundaries and trusted her word. After dinner, we moved to the couch for a movie, and partway through she fell asleep with her head on my shoulder. That's when her phone lit up. Message after message appeared on her screen. At first, I dismissed it as harmless, maybe just a group chat. But then I caught sight of what was written, and my chest tightened. Without thinking, I entered her passcode. We had shared them long ago as a sign of mutual trust. The messages were from that so-called childhood friend, and they weren't innocent. They were affectionate, flirtatious, and filled with plans. One message in particular hit me hardest. He had written, "Can't wait to see you tomorrow," and she had replied with a heart emoji, assuring him I thought she was with family. I didn't wake her. I just sat there in silence, staring at the woman I thought I knew. My mind spiraled with questions. How long had this been going on? Was I blind to the signs? Was I not enough? The next morning, she acted as though everything was normal, brushing her teeth, packing her bag, talking about how much she would miss me. I could barely respond. When she finally reached the door, I looked her in the eyes and said, "Good luck on your date." Her expression froze. She tried to deny it, stammering and confused, but I stopped her with a simple, "Don't." Then I closed the door. Her knocking started almost immediately. At first frantic, then desperate. I heard her crying, begging me to let her explain. My phone lit up with message after message. Please, excuses, promises. She insisted it meant nothing. But if that were true, why the lies? Why the secrecy? I didn't answer. Days passed, then weeks. Her texts never stopped. Apologies, confessions, promises to change. One late night, she wrote that she knew she didn't deserve forgiveness but would keep asking until I told her to stop. I never blocked her, but I rarely opened her messages. Each time I thought about responding, I remembered that she had chosen deception over honesty. Eventually, she showed up at my door again. This time, she was calmer but broken. She admitted she had lied, admitted she never thought I'd find out. She tried to explain it as confusion, not love, just a part of her past she hadn't let go of. She swore it didn't mean anything, but the very fact that she'd hidden it proved otherwise. I let her speak until she had nothing left. Then I asked the only question that mattered. If I hadn't found out, would you have ever told me? Her silence gave me the answer. I told her I couldn't build a marriage on lies. I asked her not to contact me again, and then I closed the door for the last time. People say trust is the foundation of love, and now I understand that in a way I wish I didn't. Betrayal doesn't just break trust, it makes you question every moment that felt real. Even now, I sometimes look back and wonder which memories were genuine and which were just a cover. I'm not fully healed, but I do know this: I deserve honesty. And if you were in my shoes, what would you have done? Did I handle it the right way, or would you have chosen differently?